It was a normal day. A man dressed in all green so he could blend into his surroundings, with a weird name that most people really wouldn't know how to spell properly, was walking when he thought to himself, I wonder what creatures I can find today. Hopefully they'll be interesting so I can write them on my guide. He had been keeping a guide of all the creatures he had come across for the last few months or so. But unbeknownst to him, today would be the most interesting day of his life so far. Right behind him, a portal opened, but it wasn't the portal he would have known, where a wizard used his magic to get from one place to another, but instead was a portal between dimensions. A tall man whose face was covered in what looked like shadows, even though it was a perfectly sunny day out, which made no sense to Razalzie, with what looked like a metal hand with some kind of blue liquid glowing from it, stepped out and asked him, "Hey, are you that guy with the weird name, like Razalzo or something? Categorize fantasy creatures, something like that?" But before Razalzie could answer, another figure stepped from out of the portal. It was a metal man with a square head, dressed in what looked like paint, like something you would find on a house. Razalzie was very confused, but he answered with a simple, "Yes, I'm Razalzie. Who are you and what do you want?" "I am Jason Silver, and this is my acquaintance, Albot, or Albot 3000, as you might see on his shirt thing."
"Hello, I am Albot. Would you please accompany us to our home dimension to help us track down a creature that has been causing a lot of damage to our property and many other people's property? Thank you."
What? Wait, other dimensions? I can probably help with the beast, but I don't... Other dimensions? That's fiction. That's not real, is it? It is real. There are about 8 of them, I believe. We don't have the technology to go to all of them as of yet in my world, which is much more technologically advanced than yours, as I can tell simply by looking around. You probably met one of my acquaintances before. That is how I got the recommendation to get you to help me with this beast problem. So, do you agree or not?
I guess I agree.
Soon, they all stepped through the portal again, winding up in a city that did not look like anything Razalzie had ever seen before. Something that he wouldn't even imagine being real. As Razalzie looked around, nothing looked familiar to him. Nothing that even closely resembled his world, except for the sky, which even then, it was a much darker shade than it was in his world, even at nighttime. He saw metal boxes with people in them, rolling around on the ground. He saw giant metal buildings and floating signs with weird foods, possibly, on them. But before he could fully even comprehend what he was seeing, Jason stepped up and started speaking. "So, you want to get to this hunt, or do you want to keep sightseeing?"
Sorry. This doesn't look like anything from my world."
Albot, where's this cave where this thing is again?
"It is 400 northeast west."
What? Is it north, east, or west?
North.
Why couldn't you say that the first time?
Ever.
This is the worst robot ever. You are just awful, Albot.
"Hello, I am Albot, the definitely human man. What do you need assistance with today, Jason Silver?"
Ugh, whatever. Come on, we better start heading over there. It's gonna be morning if we don't take too long. Well, if we take too long. Sorry. Come on, let's go. Soon enough, they had gotten there on what Jason had called a bike that was apparently very old to him, but it looked much more advanced than anything Razalzie had ever seen. Even more advanced than some of the buildings in the city he had just been in. But he had no time to think of that, because they had just entered a field with a hill in the center. A big hill. At least Razalzie thought so. With a giant cave entrance, like something had carved it out long, long ago. The soil looked like it was embedded with little stars, or probably gems. Razalzie then asked, "So, what is this beast again? Is it a bear, some kind of slime, a giant, golem, troll, something like that? Like, dragon, maybe, with the gems I'm seeing? I mean, and also the whole hill cave thing?" Albot turned to him and said,
This is the nest of the golden bear dragon. It is a large creature resembling that of a dragon, but with no wings and much strong arms, similar to that of a bear.
"Did you just say much strong arms?" Razalzie replied, before Jason said, "He's not the best at words. He was a prototype made by some old guy, I don't remember who. I bought it in an auction for $20.
I am a human man. That is not okay to buy people."
"You are not a human. You are a robot. Your name is Albot 3000. That is the most robot name ever." "You know what? We don't have time for this. He is right. It is a dragon bear thing. At least it resembles kind of a mix between both of them. Anyways, come on. We gotta head in." As they headed into the cave, Razalzie soon knew what they were talking about when they meant dragon bear. It wasn't the most intimidating creature that he had ever seen, but it certainly was up there. It was a giant, golden, scaly beast with giant forearms and hind legs. It had a long tail, but no wings, so definitely not that hard to take down. At least that's what Razalzie thought. As soon as Razalzie zoned back in, he pulled out his knife and immediately went to attack the creature. He jumped at its legs, dodging a blow from its tail, chopping directly into it. The beast then let out a giant scream before kicking it with its back legs, sending him flying into the wall of the cave. Albot just stood there in the center of the cave before being knocked back near the entrance. Jason then went, "Do you guys do anything useful?" "You know what? Razalzie, get back up. I'll distract him for a second. Remember, don't kill this thing, alright? I don't think I mentioned that before, but don't." Before pulling out his hand, which was made of metal, he took the blue goo that was inside of it and started shooting it at the creature with his hand. It immediately started sticking to it before blowing up like tiny little bombs. Razalzie had never seen anything like it. The beast screamed out in pain as Razalzie stood back up and immediately went for the kill shot. Or what would have been a kill shot. But he was knocked back. Jason said, "Are you for real? You genuinely just went in for a kill shot, didn't you? I just told you to not kill this thing. Just get its legs, and I'll get it, okay?" Razalzie then did as told. He went for its leg, cutting it, so it couldn't even move. The beast fell before Jason shot it with some other kind of liquid from his hand, and it was teleported away. Razalzie went, "What just happened? I need you to explain something. Alright?" "What is it, Razalzie?" Jason said. "Okay, why couldn't I kill that thing? That is pretty much my whole deal, is I categorize and or slay monsters. That's the whole reason you got me, isn't it? That's probably what I was recommended to you by. Because I hunt monsters. I needed this thing alive because it escaped an employer of mine. I don't remember the name of him, but some shady organization. The public don't know about him. So how does your companion, Albot, know about them?" "Because I work for them, he technically works for them too. At one point he plugged himself into one of their computers. Now he has a freaking database on all of them. Sometimes when he's charging and I'm trying to sleep, he'll just start spewing out facts about it. It's annoying. So why did you need this thing alive? If anyone in my world captured a creature, it was either because it was friendly or because they were planning on killing it. No, they want to contain them and experiment on them, figure out why they're here, what makes them work, all that stuff. Because stuff like this may be normal in your world, but it definitely isn't in mine. So, after they escape, they call someone like me, or one of their task force things. One of them's called, like, mole rats. Weird. Anyways, they send someone like me, I capture them, use my thing to send them back, and then they pay me very nicely. So, does that answer your question? Not even a little bit, but this was a very exciting day, because none of this made any sense to me. Yeah, makes sense. So, I'm gonna get some food. Yeah? Oh, alright.